Hi, my name is Imani Harris, and I am a Renaissance junior. But before I got to Renaissance, I actually went to private school my whole life. From pre-K all the way to 8th grade, I went to Cornerstone, Nevada. But when it was time for me to graduate, Cornerstone had gotten really expensive, especially because I'm a twin, so it was double expensive. So it was time to move on to a public school. And so we decided to go to Renaissance. But once I got to Renaissance, I noticed the very large disparities between Detroit public schools and Detroit private schools. And some of those differences I noticed were lack of funding in very important things that I found interesting, like art or language. And I also noticed the lack of equity in education, so the lack of care for students who weren't paying for their education or students who didn't live in very rich neighborhoods. And when I noticed all of these things, I really got angry. So I joined a collective called 42 Forward, and we actually looked into the logistics of things and found out just how unfair this was. And because of that, I actually decided to write 2 open letters because I want to be a journalist, and so the thing that I know how to do when I'm upset is write. So I decided to write 2 letters, and the first was to Senator Hansen. The second was to anyone who wanted to read them, and if you want to find them, you can go on the Metro Times and search my name, Imani Harris, and you should find them. But the letters basically talked about how vast the differences are between students of color and students that are not of color, and between students who have money and students who don't. And I found all of these things very unfair. And in this fight, I found my voice, and I found what I can do. And so my story would be for everyone to find their voice like I found mine, because everybody has a role to play in the fight that we're fighting for.